Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi. And I am here with Alexis and Angela. I'll let them introduce themselves. Welcome, everybody.
Hey
Hello,
everyone.
everybody. I'm Angela from AJ Mobile Notary. I don't know why I'm in such a good mood because I have not worked in 2 days. That's probably why I'm in a good mood. I did have one signing today, but anyway. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Mentor. We're so excited to be here, and we are glad you are joining us.
Yes,
Yes,
hello
welcome.
everyone. It's Alexis. Welcome, welcome. Hope you all had a great weekend and ready to get this going. Start of our week with Mentor Mondays.
Yeah, so we're gonna let Angela hold down the fort today. She's gonna be handling the questions and stuff. So, did y'all have a story? We didn't talk about that. Anybody have a story today?
I have to go through my bank and see what happened through the week.
Well,
Oh, I got a story.
uh-huh.
It's kind of like I'm gonna talk about great customer service in my story. So I didn't do a lot of work the past 2 days. I may have two or three notary signings that I did, but one was a repeat customer. And I think I told you guys, Kim, he gave me like a $20 tip after he paid me like $100. He still gave me a $20 tip. And today I went to a lady. It's been like she's been calling me for like to do her school notes and anything for school. She lives in Lithonia, and she booked me today through Google. And I'm like, who is booking me through Google? And I don't give people permission or whatever. And so I said, can I help you? And we talked back and forth and chatted. And she called me. And then her name popped up on my phone because I actually put her in my phone because she said, I'll be calling you again. And she has called me over the times. And so I talked to her and I went to her house today in Lithonia. And she gave me a $20 tip. I'm like, what's up with these $20 tips? Because
Oh my goodness, that
giving
is
them
so
$20
cool.
tips, I'll take it. And she
I
gave me
know
a
that's
really, really, really nice review after, even before I got home. She had given me a really nice review. So, I mean, customer service is like amazing. And that's all I can say is that you just have to provide great customer service to people. And I try my best to do that.
well. No wonder she all happy. All them extra 20.
Right.
I would be happy too.
Oh, maybe that's it. I didn't think about
Yeah,
that.
she
There
got
you go.
extra 20s just floating around, y'all. Well, welcome everybody. I do have something funny I wanted to share. I was gonna share it on Facebook the other night, and then I changed my mind. I'm gonna tell y'all real quick. So, I was just gonna tell you when you go out as notaries, people will also try to sell you stuff, right? So I had on this lip gloss the other night, and I love that lip gloss. I ain't gonna lie. But my client, the husband had actually gave me a nice tip that day. This happened a while back, and I just thought about it because I put the lip gloss on when we went live on Facebook. And anyway, be cautious because people will try to sell you things. I've had people try to sell me candles, have sell me books, and sell me all kind of stuff. And I got to pay that out of the money that I just made from them. So it's not that you want to be stingy or mean, but just be cautious because just like we're running a business, people that we meet are running a business, and then you feel embarrassed not to buy what they're offering you, right? So she had this whole table of this makeup. I mean, big old table, and she wanted me to just keep buying. She was like, you could create a tab and all this, and I was like, oh no, we're not. And I gave her my phone number, and she kept reaching out. So I was like, well, right now I'm kind of on a budget, which I wasn't lying. I really was, especially at that time. And so just be cautious because, like I said, people will try to get the money that you just gave them, that
Right.
they just
That's
gave you,
funny.
get it back.
That's funny. That's funny.
So I wasn't going to share it the other night, but I just kept thinking about it. I said, that's something that you need to kind
That
of be
is
aware
funny.
of. All right, Angela, let's get this
Okay,
party
welcome
started.
everybody. Nancy Alexis, hi, Tonya from South Florida, Jolene Rogers. I said I wasn't gonna forget your name.
Oh, in search of.
In search of.
In search
In
of.
search of.
Yeah.
Hey, Nakia Mills. Hey, Facebook. I don't know who's on Facebook. DJS in the house. Sherelle, Danielle. Hi, you guys. Our girl Notary down south. Hey, hey, she changed her name back. All things Nata Jean. Hi, everybody. Litman Mobile Notary. Hi, everybody. You guys drop your questions in the chat. We're here to answer questions tonight. Renita, Brenda, Tammy, Amelia, FTMS Customs here. Hello, hello from South Carolina, from Indiana, from Cedar Hill, Texas. Deborah, Star Creations, Nicole Ashley. So Christina has a question. She was wondering, do you know how she could get started doing fingerprinting in Arkansas? And so the first answer to your question, Christina, would be, is that something that you're allowed to do in Arkansas? So the first thing would be to check that. And if you are, you can go to notaryeducators.com and get the fingerprinting course on
And
our
you can
website.
yeah, I'll clarify that too,
Mhm.
Angela. You can do ink fingerprinting in all of the states. There is two different ways to fingerprint really quick. So you have the old-fashioned ink, which is still very popular. That's what I teach. And as Angela was referring to, the course is online. You're 40% off right now. You can add that to your business. Then you have the live scan, and live
Mhm.
scan is when you have to invest like that $5,000 to $6,000 to buy this piece of equipment. So I've not found that the request for fingerprinting is such that I need to invest six to
Mhm.
$10,000 into that machine for me in my area. It may be something for you in your area. Then you have to factor in channeling and all that. So that's when someone else has to get the prints and they send them off to the FBI. So it's a whole thing, right? So most notaries, though, to get started in your fingerprinting business will do just fine with the old-fashioned ink manual rolling. And I teach you how to fill out the form and how to price your jobs and all of that in the ink fingerprinting course. And that way, also, so they're not rejected. So we talk about how to roll in such a way that they're not rejected. Also, okay. So that course is on sale for 40% off.
Yep. Hello, hello, everyone. We got Alabama in the house, Tennessee, North Carolina. SB Stephen from PA. Do you use Notary Gadget to track your field inspections work? I use Notary Gadget for everything, I'm proud to say, because last year I was in a pickle with my taxes. So this year I'm using Notary Gadget. He
Yes,
said my
Angela.
inspection.
Let me say hi to the people on Facebook before you
Okay,
go
go
on.
ahead. Let me finish Stephen first. He said my
Sure.
inspection work is about 50% of income right now and wondering what you all think. So if you're doing, that's a
Ooh.
lot. And not only that, and if you're getting inspection work and not getting a lot of other work, you're keeping your business moving in slow time. So I think that's great.
And
And
you
use
also
the
need this
specialty
journal.
notary journal.
This journal is for your inspections, I-9s, ink fingerprinting, all of your specialty notary work. So check out this
Great
journal. It
book.
does come in black and gray also for my men folk out there. So check this out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And that way you can keep track of all your inspections, ink fingerprinting, I-9, apostilles in this particular journal. Okay. That's what it's why I created that one. So let me say hey to Facebook really quick. So we got Kimberly, another Kimberly, which is in Florida. Hey Tanya, Rebecca, and Gary is joining us tonight with the men are representing. All right, Angela. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Check Facebook out.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. So Nancy Alexis says, I signed up for the apostle class. Thank you, Nancy. Once the class is over, will I still have the material if I need to refer back to it for more information in the future? So the answer to your question is yes. I give you a manual. It's not a syllabus, but it's a manual that you can refer back to that basically answers all the questions you need for the apostille class. So the answer is yes.
Now, what's the syllabus, Angela?
A syllabus.
I know what it is, but I didn't
I'm
hear the
sure the
word.
people know what a syllabus is. A syllabus for Kimberly want me to tell everybody. A syllabus is an outline of the course itself, step by step as to what is going to be taught. That's what a syllabus is.
Thank you for those of us
Whatever.
that needed a little clarification on the word.
We'll talk about that later, y'all.
All right.
So Christina says she's enrolling. Thank you, Christina. Hi, Julia. There's another Facebook user from Florida. I don't know if that's the
That was
person.
Kimberly. Uh-huh.
And of course, we got all of our faithful Frank from Lower Alabama. Hello,
Frank is in
Frank.
the house in the flesh.
Yep, Stacy Ann. So Phyllis Notary. Hi, hi, hi from Florida, Baltimore. And
Baltimore. That's a different state for
it,
us.
Right.
but
Baltimore.
Angela, she's been here before.
Oh yeah, Angela. I just didn't know. I didn't know you were in Baltimore for some reason.
Right.
Yeah, I know Angela's name. Yeah. Okay.
So Brenda says that your fingerprinting video was awesome.
Thank you.
And Valerie hails from Columbus, Georgia. And so Fearless Notary Services says I-9 and fingerprint trainings were both great. They
Thank you.
loving
I
your
appreciate
fingerprinting
it.
courses.
Yes, and I'll just mention I-9 since Fearless Notary mentioned it too. If you do not know how to complete the I-9, I do have one free video on my website, I mean on my YouTube channel. But to actually know it like a pro, there's more than one way to fill it out. There is a course for that, guys. And all the courses are on sale 40% off. And the only state that cannot do the I-9 that I'm aware of is California for sure.
Mm-hmm.
California, you must have certain training and certain certification, but other states can do it, even Texas. And I go into the course of how you can do that, even though you're a notary. Okay.
Yep. So
Mhm.
Deborah Jones says, "You ladies are very encouraging for to be a notary after I get my Texas training." Thank you, Deborah. And we do train all states. We have had somebody from Texas before.
Several.
Yep.
So
So
we train all states, Deborah. Check us out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And this would be a good point to mention the upcoming classes for the month of August are out. Those are live classes that myself and Angela or myself and Alexis teach. And we got the notary basics, which teach you how to be a great notary and how to build the business in that same course, how to market, how to price, how to accept payments. We teach you everything you need to get that business started. I think we should even call that a different title. I've been thinking about that because it's not just basic notarization. We actually
it's
teach
not
you how to build your general notary business slash how to be a great notary in that
right
course. So I'm thinking of retitling it. I just haven't come up with something
because
yet.
because if you think about it, everybody that we train in both courses, we always stress that when you leave our training, we expect that you to be able to go if somebody call you and you're able to go and notarize a document. You're able to go and handle that and master it like you know what you're doing because that's what we teach in the class.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to retitle that course. I got to think about
Yeah.
what we want to call it though. But
Because you
you
walk
get
away
every
ready.
You walk
yeah,
away
you walk
ready.
away ready. I like that.
Marketing tips, pricing tips.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Rebecca's over in Facebook from Dyersburg, Tennessee. All
Dyersburg.
right.
Hires.
Sharia, hi Sharia. Sharia says, "Will we have you to refer back to as well?" So I can't say any words that Kim is going to ask me to explain, so I'm going to be careful.
Oh no!
No.
Do I need a
I, about,
dictionary
I was
tonight?
about to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Wait,
So
I got my
Sharia,
phone. Do I need a dictionary tonight?
whatever. I got them look. I got all those $20 tips, so I'm like, you know. But
I
anyway,
forgot. You know, she got that law background too, guys.
so Sharia says, "Will we have you to refer back to as well?" So Sharia, the answer is yes, and I'll explain that like I explained it in the class. If you after you take the apostille class, if you have an apostille and you have a couple of questions, of course you can call me and we'll talk about it. But if you would like me to assist you, then there would be a $50 fee out of all of that money you'll be making, and I'll walk you through the whole thing from the start to finish until you finish, so you can ask all the questions you want. So the answer is yes.
So
Sandra
when you
Banks
hear
said,
pricing, so hold on, Angela. Just I want to add to what you just said. So Sharia, to piggyback off what Angela said. So when you need that follow-up session for your job, you're gonna price it in such a way where you include the $50 to help Angela. So even that is not come. I mean, did I say that right? The help that you will need from Angela, you're gonna
mhm,
price your job in such a way. So if you know you're doing a apostille, I don't know how to do it. Okay, so you normally might charge 300. Well, now you got to get a consultant, so it's gonna be 350, so you can get Angela. And then you know what I'm saying. So y'all learn how to work the system because Angela also is working, as we always say. We all actually work,
mhm.
so she don't have time to do everybody else's apostilles and do hers. You know what I'm saying? So
And so
she's very
everybody who's taken the class who's asked me to walk them through it, they all said, "Now I see why you say you can't walk me through it because it is a process."
Yeah.
So Sandra says, "Where can I begin to make immediate funds? Please, 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 and thank you." I don't even know how to answer that. I mean, you mean once you become a notary, or once you take the notary training, or the loan signing training, or the apostille training? You guys want to answer that, or you want her to clarify that?
Yeah.
If she means quick money, general notary, but we got to make sure do you know what you're doing before you go out there, before you start
Yeah.
advertising, see how your
Mm-hmm.
supplies. So
Mm-hmm.
if you need an intake call, it's a good time to talk about that right quick.
Yep.
So you feel free to have fill out an intake. I mean, contact us over at Notary Educators. It's crystal clear now. There's an
Mm-hmm.
intake form, and we will go over your specific business with you. where are you in the business? Are you just starting out? You know, do you need which training do you need? Do you need
Mm-hmm.
basic training? Can you do online courses? What type of student are you? So the intake call will help us. What's your plan? You want to be part time, full time, loan signing, just general? What do you want to
Mm-hmm.
do? So we
Right.
cover all that in 10 minutes, guys. It's a pretty quick call. It's
Yep.
very productive.
So yeah, go sign up at notaryeducatorsllc.com and click on the intake call button.
And we got you.
Yep. Linda says all courses are awesome. She purchased all four. Thank you, Linda.
Yes. And let me say
Stacy
hey
Ann
to
says the
Naomi
same
too, really
thing.
quick.
Go
General
ahead.
Davis. Hey Naomi.
And
So good to see you here with us tonight. I know you've been going through a few things, and I'm so proud of you. She's actually making steps to get her business off the ground after having some personal things going on, and it's nice to see you in the room tonight. Okay.
Who's in the room?
Naomi. She actually did the Google My Business with Alexis.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've met Naomi or not.
I don't know if I met her.
Yeah. So
And
Naomi.
since you guys are we're glad to have you on tonight, Naomi. Did she do the notary again? Well, anyway. So you I'm all over the place tonight, aren't I? So
Yeah.
anyway,
Let me get some $20 tips. I'll be all over the place too. Linda is like she did all four courses. Yay! Thank you,
yeah,
Linda.
she
I see
did.
Linda with us. And Linda, your business card is nice. I
Yeah.
saw I saw that. Very nice. Very nice.
And
I'm gonna say
Stacy.
put that smile in that card though, Linda. That's it. Everybody.
So Stacy Ann says all the courses are really helpful. Great. Thank you, Stacy.
Yay! Thank you,
We have
Stacy.
Sandra from Houston.
All
Trey
right.
said she will be purchasing. Thank you, Trey. And who the Facebook user that says I need that course.
Yeah, I saw that. That
Tanya.
is.
Tanya.
Oh, the girl is in the house too.
But
Hey,
we
Ladero.
ain't right there
That was
yet. We're
Tanya
not
said she
right
needs
there
the
yet.
course.
We're not right
And
there
the
yet.
girl here. Hey,
We're
Lazaro.
not right there yet.
Okay.
Amelia Willis says, "You guys just excuse me tonight. I have not.
Excuse
I
me.
have not
Hold
had
on, hold
any.
on, hold on, hold
Wait,
on.
wait, no, wait.
So a few weeks ago, Angela, somebody wrote in my comments about I was rude to Angela and all this stuff, right? So tonight, Angela is in full effect. But do y'all see me getting offended? Am I like,
But
no? She's just in full effect over there, boy. You would thought she
I
had chocolate.
I am not a regular person that drinks regularly. I rarely drink, and in case somebody won't think it, I'm sipping on something. I'm not sipping on nothing. I do not drink. I rarely drink.
What you sipping on over there,
I'm just saying, because
Angela?
somebody's probably saying, "Oh, she probably had a sip or two." Nope, I don't drink.
Uh,
Rarely do I drink.
That's
What
all
you
that
say?
$20 energy.
You said
$20.
$20 energy.
Amelia says, last week I had a no-show for a signing, and later that day, realtor kept calling, asking me to come back. How do you guys handle a no-show? I had a no-show. Last week, this company called me to do an assignment in Grayson, and I went. I'm not going to do that with a no-show. I went. The person was not there. I knocked on the door. I called the person. They didn't answer. I called the company, and the company said that they were pay me for coming because I was where I was supposed to be. The
Mhm.
no show was not there, so companies are different. But every time I've had a no show, the company always paid me. What about you and Alexis Kim?
Same. That sounds like you
Yeah.
might have had one of those MVP. Was that one of those MVP, Amelia, where they wanted you to keep coming back? One of those contracts that you had to sign for 40 years.
Well, if
Yeah.
they
That's
I
what
want me
it
mean,
to keep,
sounds like.
if they want me to keep coming back, they're gonna compensate me something for keep coming back.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
if you can do it, because our schedules, I mean, personally, my schedule gets busy. So
Right.
I could have appointments lined up. So if they miss out at that 9 a.m. slot, you might have to wait till tomorrow. So if you can go back, I would, though.
And one more thing I add to that is if they keep on having you keep kind of chase a client for some reason, to me that's a red flag. It's like, why
Mm-hmm.
doesn't the client want to sign? Why do I have to keep going back at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11? No,
Yeah.
something's wrong with that. So I'm like Alexis. I'm usually like, oh, I'm sorry, my appointments are filled up. I won't be able to do it
Right.
after this particular time. And I still want my trip fee and my print fee if I print and whatever, but if it's too much going on like that, I don't want to be bothered. I don't even deal with my general notary work like that. If
Yeah.
you got too much going on, I don't want your business.
That did happen to me though last week in Grace, and I went. The person was actually there. They wasn't a no show,
Mhm.
but the lady met me at the door, and I think I told you guys about this. She was like, "I'm not signing this." I talked to my daughter. some company from South Carolina had came and talked to her that morning, and they didn't have the documents or something, and they called me to go to the house and have her sign the papers. By the time I got there, she was like, "Nope, I'm not doing it. I'm not selling my property in Tennessee or wherever it was." And they were trying to get her all day to sell the place, and they told me, "We may need you to go back out there," but I had decided I wasn't getting involved in that.
Yeah, that's a
So,
business.
so now, Kim, you can say hi to Ladero. Hi, to Ladero.
Hey, Daryl.
Hey, Ladero.
There's a Facebook user, Kim, that's talking about their stamp and
I
certificate.
see that. That is actually Kimberly. Great name, girl. I'm waiting to receive my stamp and certificate before I sign up for the class. I expect to get it within the next 2 weeks. Is there a deadline for signing up for the beginner class? As long as you know for sure that everything is coming, that you have your commission, if you've already taken a test, that's fine. But I don't like people to take our courses and they have not even received their commission. We do get that request quite often. I know people are like, well, y'all turning down money. I want to start. Yeah, but if you don't have at least that, that's like me telling you go buy car insurance and you don't have a car, you know, or you don't have a driver's license. No. So once you get your commission, then we'd be more than happy to have you in one of the classes. So at least have the commission. You don't have to have supplies. Actually, we prefer you don't buy your supplies right away. Let's talk about what you need before you just start buying stuff. I had someone call me. I did an intake call yesterday really quick, and she had her stamp, and she was getting ready to go buy a printer, and she was looking for a scanner, and she hadn't had any training. So I'm like, pump the brakes. We're not buying nothing else. Stop, stop, stop. Let's get the training, and I'm going to tell you what to buy after that. You may not even want to do loan signing.
Right.
So just wait a minute before you just start buying all this stuff.
Right. So Sandra Banks says, "Thanks for being beautiful, intelligent, humble." Thank you, Sandra, for being with us, for rolling with us. Nakia says, "When it comes to blank lines on a document, do you draw a line through it and initial it?" Well, Nakia Mills, when it comes to blank lines on the documents, you don't do anything to anybody else's documents. We don't write on anybody else's documents. They write on it. They draw the line through it if it's needed. They initial it if it's needed. We only write on the notary certificate or the notary block. You guys have anything to say about that?
Yes, don't get in the habit of just writing on people's paper. That's handle the notarial block.
Right.
Where is it all about you on the document? Don't start drawing through people's no.
So SB says, "Thank you. So it is okay for the inspection work to be included in Notary Gadget for taxes as well." Yes, because Notary Gadget really separates it when you put it in there under different topic names, titles.
For example, I do in my Notary Gadget, I have a slot for my fingerprinting. I have created a file for my inspections, my apostilles. And that way, also at the end of the year, I know how much money I made in each category. Because I might say, you know what, next year, I only made $50 in doing this. I'm not going to do it. Or you know what I mean? So it's good for a lot of reasons. Matter of fact, once again, I'm always not thinking. Use my Notary Gadget affiliate link, please, over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. It's a link there. If you have not signed up already, please use my link. Oh, one more thing before Frank. Click, subscribe, like, and all that.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. That's Facebook.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. She said click. She said click.
Like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Thank you, Alexis.
SB also said, "I have an LLC for my actual notary business, but some of the inspection work is under my own name." So yeah, SB, I would talk to my tax guy to see how to separate what you need to separate. That's what I did. Sharia got it. Trey said, "Is this helpful for people who are just notaries, not loan signing agents as well?"
The class is what helpful.
Is what helpful.
If you're talking about the notary basic class, that is helpful for everybody because you need to know how to be a good notary in order to be a loan signing agent or vice versa. So is this helpful for those who are just notaries, not loan signing? Yeah, everything we teach is helpful for everything.
So Valerie says, "I am Waterstone." I think she said, "I'm waiting for my book from Amazon."
Oh, yay! Thank
Valerie,
you,
have you had a drink, Valerie? I'm kidding. Hi, JC Majestic. General Davis says, "Thank y'all. Don't make me cry."
Oh yeah, girl, we love you, and I know, like I said, I ain't gonna talk about it too long because I'll start crying too. But we're so grateful that you're here tonight.
Yeah. So Danielle said, ladies, did Notary Gadget change its names to Notary Assist? That's two different things,
Yeah, it's two
Danielle.
different companies.
She
Yeah.
said I can't find it in the app store. It's not an app. You gotta go. It's on your computer, unfortunately.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
go on
Notary
the,
Gadget is not an app.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not an app.
You can go to notaryeducatorsllc.com and click on the Notary Gadget to sign up, basically.
And you get the first 15 signings or entries for
Yeah.
free, and then after that, it's about $8.99 per month. But I'm gonna let Alexis tell you if Angela doesn't mind why it's so important to have Notary Gadget. What happened with you, Alexis?
The same thing Angela said.
Same thing happened to me last year.
Yeah.
Listening. Don't
I repeated.
repeat it, Alexis.
Yeah, when it came time for
I
tax
might need
time,
a little something.
look, I'm looking through. It was a mess. I started having to look through my book and like basically create something to give to my tax person. And I mean, if you already busy, you can't sit down. It took me. I'm not gonna lie. It took me hours to sit there and create something to give to that man. So Notary Gadget, if you enter it, maybe like I say every day at the end of your day, depending on how busy you
Or
are.
even
But
every other
me,
day. Yeah.
at the end of my day, I'm inputting my stuff. And like you said, sometimes I might miss a day if I wasn't that busy or something.
Mhm.
But keep up with it. Tax time comes, you'll be ready to go.
And Kim knows. It was like she called me. I'm like, girl, I ain't got time to talk to you. I got to get these taxes done. I had an appointment for my tax guy, and she calling me. I'm like, Kim, I don't have time to talk to you. I got to get this. I'm in a mess.
That was so funny.
For
It was
like a
like that
couple of
for a
weeks.
few days.
No, it was for like 2 weeks. I'm like, I can't talk to you. I got to get this. I got to go through all these papers. I got to go through this notary journal. I got to find this mileage. I got to get.
Yeah.
I had the address. I had to put the mileage in my phone to see how far it was and all of that. So
I had to
I'm
sit
not
there on
doing
Google Maps. It took me hours. I'm not gonna lie.
it. Took me
It's
weeks.
worth the $8.99 per month, guys. I was trying to be cheap when I first started, and I was doing an Excel sheet and trying to do a notepad and all this. Nah, you buy the. My husband always say, when you get the tool you need, it makes the job easier.
Easier.
Because you might be
Yep.
trying to use a what you call a butter knife, and you really need a what's that?
Phillips screwdriver.
Phillips, right? And you try, you know what I'm saying? Just get the right tool for
Get
the
what you
right
need.
job.
Your
Yeah,
life will be much better.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Audrey Smitterman, you miss.
Audrey.
Danielle says she can't find it in the app store. So yeah, it's on. Go to notaryeducatorsllc.com and click on the Notary Gadget button at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Fearless Notary, hello, hello. So Gary Lamar says, do you guys attach a loose certificate for a statement of consent passport for a child because of no room for stamp? So if it doesn't have any room to stamp, I would attach a loose certificate.
Yeah. So my rule of thumb on that, Gary, is if you have a document, always my first choice is try to stamp the document. Okay. 99.9% of the time,
Mm-hmm.
whoever wants the document notarized, they really want the stamp on the document. They don't want a loose leaf. But loose leaves were created for a reason, right?
Right.
So if you just cannot put the stamp on the document, now I'm going to add a loose leaf and make sure at the top of that loose leaf, you're going to write what the document, what that loose leaf certificate goes to. So, for example, in this case, it's a passport for a child, a statement of consent. It's going to be page one, a one-page document, and then you're going to write statement of consent for the title, and then do the rest of whatever you
The
have to do,
date.
the date and everything
And
else.
the loose certificate does not count as a page. Only the
It does
pages of the document.
and staple it together. And I always let the client know, do not pull it apart. Just like with our apostilles, we say, don't pull it
Don't
apart.
pull it apart.
I tell the client, if you pull it apart, it voids it. It may not, but I just want to make sure they understand that this goes with this paper. Don't be trying to pull it apart and put it with something else.
And actually, that's what the notary law says. You have to staple it. So you're telling them right anyway. So hello, Linda from Wisconsin. JC Majestic says that she got $50 for a no show and print fee. And usually they do pay you for no show and print fee. And so the Facebook user.
You want me to do Facebook now?
Yeah.
Okay, I got let's see. Tanya says, what company do you recommend to build notary websites? So that's kind of tricky. I'm gonna refer to Alexis on that one. can you still create the free Google
Yep.
page even
Mm-hmm.
though we're not? They
Mm-hmm.
took away the app.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. So you can use the free Google website. So free Google website, it basically pulls everything from your Google page and creates a website for you. Once you enter a few things, you don't have to touch it ever again, really. Um, and then all you have to do is pay the $12 for the domain name every year.
Mm-hmm.
If you already have a domain name, I've run into that a lot. You just have
Mm-hmm.
to pull it over to Google if you want
Mm-hmm.
that to be your main
So
website.
so a website, guys, is not as important as having your Google page maximized. Because when people go to look for you, they're typing notary near me, right? So I'm not saying don't have a web page because I have one. You can feel free to look at mine. It's completely free, the one I use from Google. I
Right.
have 4 videos on how to maximize your Google My Business page. And then for some people, they've been able to use Alexis, which she does one-on-one to help you get that page either completely maximized, where people will be calling you, or either she'll do it for you from beginning to end. So you have 2 options now with that. So yeah, get your Google page set up first of all. That's the most important thing. But after that, for the website, you can use the free one. Or I do have a GoDaddy that I use for notary educators, and I love GoDaddy. I built it myself with a little assistance from Jeffrey, y'all. And I had to call GoDaddy. GoDaddy is the best with customer service. I can call them anytime, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And if I get stuck on a section, they will help me. So if I had to pick one that I'm gonna pay for, it's gonna be GoDaddy.
She got a lot of assistance from Jeffrey, y'all.
I said that.
You said with a little assistance from Jeffrey.
Girl, I be working that website.
I
Y'all
know
don't
you do. You know, you guys, she does an amazing job on the website,
I be working that
but
website.
she got some assistance. So
Ooh, yeah.
Demetri says
No more money
hi.
for her.
What'd you say?
No more money for you. She is out of control, y'all.
So Brenda Willis said, I just passed my notary public in New York City, waiting for my commission from the Secretary of State. You 3 women are giving me such motivation. I look forward to learning from y'all. Thank you, Brenda, and
Oh,
congratulations.
Brenda, congratulations.
So Danielle says she wants to see the app. I don't have my phone. I was gonna pull up.
What app?
Well,
It's
yeah,
not
no,
the notary gadget. It's
it's
not
not
an
an
app.
app.
Oh, it's
It's,
not an app
It's
though.
not an app. I was gonna show it to her
you
from
gotta
the
go
web.
on your computer, Danielle. It's
I
a
see it.
website. Just type in notary gadget on Google or in your search bar. It's not an app.
Yeah, it's not
Unfortunately, that would
an
be
app.
so cool if it was, because then we can do it on the
Maybe
go.
it's coming as an app.
I hope
No,
so.
I was looking
But
for
this
the
is what it looks like. It's
yeah,
blue.
that's what I was looking.
That's the website.
That's the
Yeah,
website.
that's the website. Well, that's the only way I know how to access it.
Right.
No,
That
this
is
is just reiterating. That's
that's
correct.
the only way you can access
Oh
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and then it saves your ID and everything. So all I do is tap right here, and then my login and stuff right there,
yep,
and then I just enter it right here. I
And
don't
that's
know why
what
they don't have an app yet.
yeah, and
I
SB
don't
is
know.
right. She says she has it on her desktop. I do too. So that's the way it is on the desktop.
yeah,
However, to access it on your phone, you're just gonna go to Google and type in Notary Gadget.
Yeah.
yeah.
So Amelia says, when you're doing general notary work and there's no notarization information on it, how do you smoothly give them the choices of a jurat or acknowledgement? Older clients sometimes don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So Amelia, of course, we can't choose, and you would just let them know there's nowhere for you to notarize the document, and they have 2 choices. They can choose an acknowledgement, which means their signature is saying that the information is true and correct, or they can choose a jurat, which means you have to put them under oath and they have to swear that the information is correct. And so this simple, either you sign and say it's correct, or I put you on the oath and you say it's correct. Which one do you want? Especially with the older person, you have to be very clear and less words. And that's what I usually tell older people. Do you want to sign that the information is correct, or do you want to swear and let me put you under oath that it's correct? That's the simplest that I can get. And they usually understand after that.
Mm-hmm.
So Valerie said, thanks because I thought it was me when I didn't see Notary Gadget. It's not you, Valerie. Tammy says on the 1003's first page for joint signers, do they both initial each page?
So Tammy, the rule of thumb is, and I just got a email actually from one of my signing companies that I work with, and they
Mm-hmm.
were very, very,
Clear.
very clear. Okay, so you got 2 rules of thumbs out there, but I'm gonna give you both of them. So this particular signing company is 99% the way people want it done. If it's joint and it says joint, then they both have to initial it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's two names on that application, right? But when it first came out, people were of the a mindset, and I was doing it too, and I still may. It just depends on the company. Like in this case, like I said, I got specific instructions. But if there's only one signer, they don't have to initial it. That initial is just saying that it's joint credit. So joint means two, right? So if it's a joint application, then they both have to initial it. But this email that I received from this signing company was crystal clear in saying that do not have the person initial if it's not joint. So now that's going to be my new rule of thumb too. But
Mm-hmm.
then I've had other companies that say just get the initial, so they may not know the actual process. So the rule of thumb, though, that is for joint applicants only. Okay.
Right. And then do what your signing service to ask you to do.
Always. So she's referring to, for those that are new with us, the 1003 is a form, is the application for a mortgage or refi or whatever. That's the initial application. And that would be for my loan signing people out there.
Mm-hmm. So Nakia said she missed the answer. So Nakia, we were saying that you should never write on the client's document. If there's anything that needs to be marked out, initialed, or anything, the client should write on it. You should only write on your notary certificate, and they should only write on their document. So they don't write on your certificate, and you don't write on their document. We want to be very careful about that because, in essence, we writing on their document could be giving them advice. And then if you're giving them advice, you would be practicing law, the unauthorized practice of law. So we never want to write on their document.
Mhm.
So Sharia said, do you have your expiration date on your embosser stamp? Sharia. The answer is no.
Sharia know this.
I
Sharia,
know. That's why I just said Sharia.
Sharia. So no, it is not on the embosser. And don't forget that is just making it look pretty. So I know we had another conversation about the embosser, guys. So just to be crystal clear, you can, if your state allows, use the embosser only, right? But I
Mm-hmm.
never recommend that. I don't recommend that. I always recommend using your notary stamp because that's what's industry recognized nowadays. And I only meant use the embosser to make it look pretty. And again, your older people may ask you for that. So
Right.
to be clear, your ink stamp is your primary stamp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the embosser is just making it look pretty. It's almost like it ain't there. Okay.
Right. And the embosser is never for loan documents and only for certain documents
Never.
anyway. Like
Power
wills,
attorney, yeah.
yeah.
Stuff like that. Just
And
something
if
you
the
want to make
older
pretty.
person if the older person asks you for it to do it.
Somebody in the Facebook group last week, I think, they
Oh
got a
yeah.
job because they had their embosser.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Yes.
you're not familiar with what an embosser is, check out my video on an
Yeah.
embosser and why you need one, okay?
So hello everyone that just joined us. So Honey says you have to get the mini stamp or round stamp. I'm not sure what she's responding to.
The regular stamp. I like the rectangular guys because I have a round one, but the round one is so big it usually doesn't fit most documents. So I like the
Mm-hmm.
little rectangular one. They
Mm-hmm.
actually do have a mini too. I was gonna order that and I just changed my mind. I really forgot. But they
Yeah.
have a mini that
Oh, that would be great for DMV documents.
yeah, like Nene showed. She was talking about that like a month ago. I meant to order it.
That would be great for DMV
Yeah, they
documents.
I'm
have
gonna
a
be
little
looking at.
mini one, and then but normally just a rectangular one is fine.
Yeah.
I do have a supply list over at notaryeducatorsllc.com to check it out for, and it's all the stuff on Amazon. I'm an affiliate with them too, guys.
You're
Well,
so
this all
welcome, Gary. You're so welcome. Amia says some loose certificates have a section at the bottom to put the title of the docs. So
Mm-hmm.
regarding loose certificates, some states have it at the top and
Mhm.
some states have it at the bottom. And Kim mentioned it's just for the number of pages, the name of the document, and the date, which would be the date that you signed it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Demetria.
Tamitri says, is it next to have a jurat and acknowledgement stamp versus regular self-inking notary stamp?
Oh, okay, she needed a little more clarification on that.
Yeah.
You want to explain, Alexis?
Yeah. So I was thinking I need clarification.
Oh, so I think she's
Regular-
saying,
Yeah.
okay, so the Jurat
Oh,
stamp,
is it best to have a jurat and acknowledgement stamp versus regular self-inking stamp?
right? You
Oh
need your
yeah, I have.
you need your regular notary stamp. Period. That's a
Right.
given.
That's no
Where
question.
you're going to use the Jurat stamp or the acknowledgement stamp is in the case that the document doesn't have any wording on it. So that's three stamps in total that you would have. Now, the only state that may be in question that can use this again would be California because they have their own everything out there. Okay, they have specific wording, but every other state almost should be able to use it. Maybe Virginia, but every other state, and they may even have one dedicated for your state. Okay, but that would be 3 different stamps. So in case the document does not have any wording on it, you're going to either use a Jurat stamp and your notary stamp, or acknowledgement stamp and your acknowledgement Jurat stamp, whichever one I didn't say. So sound like I think, did you do the basic course? If you did, Dimitri, let me know because we can just have a slight conversation about that if you need clarification. But that's 3 different stamps, okay?
Yeah.
So Honey says, I
Or
don't think.
wait a minute, go back and watch the video too because it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
So go back and watch the video. I just thought about that if you're unsure because you own the videos once you buy them.
So Honey says, I don't think you're supposed to staple that passport minor child application.
Well, if it says don't staple it, don't staple it. But if it doesn't say it, I'm always going to staple my loose leaf because you don't want them taking it, putting it to something else.
Right. And so some federal documents or like documents like that, they do say not to staple, but I don't know if that one in particular.
Yeah.
But,
so if it says don't do it, don't do it. But if it doesn't say it, then we're going to put it together because, again, we don't want them just willy-nilly floating around out there, okay?
So Doc DT, I don't know if you're gonna like the answer to I'm gonna give you to this question, but what is the procedure by the clerk of courts in if your embosser was lost, will that state require the notary to apply for a new commission? I'm gonna go say read your handbook because it is in there what you should do if you lose something or what the state requires, whether they will require you to get a new commission or not. Kim can answer if she wants to, but I'm gonna say read your handbook. I did a training today. And so the young man was asking me questions. And I answered his question. I said, you would not believe. I said, a lot of times when people ask questions, I can tell if they have not read all of their handbook or if they skimmed through it, or because the state tells you what to do if you lose anything and when you have to apply for a new commission, if you move or not. So those are very important things. So I think Doc DT should go and read the handbook.
All right. I'll acquiesce to what Angela said. I got a big word too, Angela.
What that mean, Kimberly?
I'll just let her go with what you said.
Okay. Valerie says no drinking. Sherelle says my embosser does not. It has my full name, then my state, and then the notary public. Yes, that is the only thing that an embosser has on. It never has your expiration date.
Sherelle, don't you ask no more questions about that embosser. Don't you ask not one more question about that embosser. I'm gonna call you out now, Sherelle, because you put that in there. I'm gonna call you out real quick. So Sherelle gonna call it NNA, right? Then she gonna put it in the Facebook group and then tell me what NNA said. I was like, what? I'm working busy. If you gonna call NNA, don't call me. Well, you didn't really call me though. You put it in the Facebook group. But if you're gonna ask NNA, y'all, go with what NNA say.
So Stacy Ann said, yes, it works. Call Alexis quick. Thank you, Stacy.
For Google My Business.
For Google My Business. Yep. She is the Google My Business guru.
Yeah.
So Honey says you can buy a domain web address and link it so your Google My Business page shows up when the web address is typed in.
Yep. That's correct.
Danielle says, oh, I had a seller signing last Thursday. It was 10 minutes from my house. We had to pause for about 15 minutes because they needed to pay for the work they had done on the house. It was fine then. Things happen.
On the move. You are moving.
Danielle doing it. She's doing it now. She's doing it now.
Yes, Alexa.
I was trying to read Honey Lamorse real quick. So let me go back a little bit. When the web address is typed in, it pulls up your website. It pulls up the website. When you type in the web address, it pulls up the website. The website is linked to the Google My Business page in the sense that it pulls over all the information that you have put or that has been entered, like reviews and stuff like that, updates, anything you posted in Google or anything that was basically anything on your Google My Business page, it transfers over. So when the web address is typed in, it pulls up the website. It doesn't necessarily pull up your Google My Business page, though, if that makes sense. Just for a little clarification. For your Google My Business page to pull up, you need to type in your name on Google.
So Audrey says, if you know someone who loves to take pictures, they may want to look into doing passport pictures.
I had an assignment like that. I downloaded the app actually, and I was asked to go out and do passport pictures.
Hmm.
Um, it wasn't just a passport picture though. It was actually part of a package. It came from a signing company. I've done it like twice now. So there's an app that she's correct for passport pictures. I thought about adding it to my page because I actually had someone else that needed me to do just a passport picture, and I was going to go out and buy the like a white background because you got to have a white background. So that's a very good tip tonight, Audrey. I might actually go ahead and add that and see about buying the stuff I need to. Because I just need a white. I was gonna buy a white cardboard,
Mm-hmm.
and that way wherever I go, I can take it with me and then put it on the wall. They can stand there. It's got
Mm-hmm.
to be 4x4, I think.
Mm-hmm. 4x4.
Oh no, my bad. Two by two,
2x2.
2x2 for passport pictures. That's a great idea. Everybody, write that on your Google page.
Mm-hmm.
Passport pictures. Just have a good phone.
FTMS Customs. Do any of you use LinkedIn for notary, general notary work? I have a LinkedIn page, but I don't do anything with it.
I don't either.
Not
Mm-mm.
for general notary.
So Fearless Notary says Notary Assist does not have an app. It's a different company that does similar notary gadget. So it's
Hmm.
Notary Gadget. There's a Facebook user, Kim.
Yeah, that's Ladero. Let me see what he said really quick. I think it depends on the person's proficiency using QuickBooks. Hold on, both have pros and cons. He is QBO person all the way. I think that's QuickBooks. I also use Notary Gadget because so you can get a fair assessment on it. Oh, QuickBooks, yeah. And then he said I've been quiet because of another huge project. Oh, okay. He been out of he hasn't been on a lot because he had a lot of another project he was working on, but he's still getting general notary work because
I
he.
just asked Kim. I was like, I haven't heard from Ladera. Remember just a few days ago?
Yeah, well, he just been busy. Well, nice to have you here.
So Amelia said, are there any grants for startup notary business?
Oh,
Oh, Amelia, you actually just missed one, and I didn't know about it either. I can't even remember the name of the group that's doing it. You heard about them doing the grant for general notary? I saw it on Facebook, but the deadline was gone. But you can like Google the
I
one I
saw
knew
what
about.
I looked into. It was I didn't do anything with it because I just didn't feel like it answering all them questions. But it was Comcast.
Comcast.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I mean, I would even suggest do grants for startup notary business or something.
yeah. Google
You
it.
can Google everything.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Tammy. You're welcome, Nakia. And you just answered Ladero's question.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, A Top Notary.
Oh, she must have had a mini stamp.
Yeah. Nicole says, can you use both embosser and stamp on same document, Florida? So
Again, double check your handbook. But
mhm,
the embosser guys is gonna be like for your wills, power of attorney, just something you want to make look pretty. Your main stamp is going to be, and this might be controversial out there. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is just a pro tip that we know people love to see that embosser. They ask you for it, so it's not a big deal. It's like as long as you got your real ink stamp on there, that
mhm.
gold seal crimped is just looking pretty. That's it. Don't overthink that embosser. Watch the video too and check your handbook because it's just not a big deal. It's just not.
And the only thing about that is you're going to use your stamp regardless. You have to use your stamp. If you don't use your notary stamp, the docket is really invalid.
Well, there are some states that will allow you to only use the embosser. There are, but that's not the standard today.
That's not the standard.
That's not the standard in 2022.
Oh,
Back
that
in the
was
day, all we had was the crimper. That's all we had back in the day with documents. You had that big old metal thing. Now they're all cute and pink in colors and stuff, right?
yeah.
But back in the day, that's all we had. But now this industry standard in 2022 is an ink stamp that has your notary name, normally your commission, expiration. Some of them have your what else they have on there? Your what else they have on there?
County.
County and state.
And some states will tell you what color the stamp has to be.
True. Industry standard is blue is black. One state, Tennessee, I think is blue, if I'm not mistaken.
And one state was like red or gold, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah. It was another state that had a different color because we train all 50. I can't remember all 50 right this second. But anyway, Yeah, so the industry standard though is black. So don't go out and buy no hot pink stamp. The ink cannot be hot
Mhm.
pink because
Check your
Angela and I
handbook.
and Alexis have been called back to do jobs because people had a blue ink stamp and the company wanted black.
Black.
Yep. So always bet on black.
So SB said, when you were first starting out your business, how often were you marketing, calling back your contacts you made, or the cards you got from different nursing homes? I'm always marketing SB. I've never stopped marketing. Whenever I go to a return customer, I always follow up with a thank you and a review. It's a link for my review. Everywhere I go, I give out my cards. So I never stop. I was at the nursing home this past weekend on Saturday morning, and I went to the front desk to ask the lady, "Do you still have my card?" She said, "Give me some more." So I never stop marketing. I always market everywhere I go. What about you guys?
Same. I was just going to say, I was gone for a couple of days, and one of my contacts, I said, I need them just to see my face that they know I'm still around. So I just popped in and say, hey, how y'all doing? So you don't always have to take something, just to tell
Mhm,
people hello. I was thinking
mhm,
about y'all. How y'all weekend going? Something
mhm.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah, my
So SB says monthly, weekend,
Oh,
most of
that's
my.
just saying something,
Oh,
Angela.
I'm sorry, Alexis. Go ahead.
I was gonna say my favorite line, especially if I know like I dropped cards off like let's say a month ago, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. I always be like, I know you all ran out of cards, so I want to stop by and give you all some more. And yeah, that's my little go to people.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
that's yeah. Margaret said, "Good evening." She hopes she didn't miss much. You can watch the replay, Margaret.
Hmm.
Demetria, you're welcome. Notary down south says, "WWAD accept 20 twin dollar tips for great customer service." Who got 20? You got 20. Girl, I was like, "Yes, I'll take it. I'll take it." Dimitri said, "I did. I took notarized like a pro. I will go and review again. Thank you." Yes,
I thought
Dimitri.
so. Yeah, but if you still stuck after that, let me know. I think
So
it'll be clear though.
yeah. So Tammy said, you mentioned you do not add the loose certificate to the page count of the documents. Did I understand this correct?
That's
So
correct.
that's correct. And again, read your notary handbook because that's what it says. Do not, it does not count as one of the pages. Sharia says sorry. Sharia says sorry.
Ah, Sheree. Sheree been with us since day one too. That's why I can
Yeah,
pick
we
on
can
her.
talk about
We
Sharia.
love
She
you,
like
girl.
day
You know
one.
we love you.
SB
Okay.
Tammy, I missed the original question. Why are keeping track of the page count?
Oh, only if they adding a loose certificate or
Right.
an acknowledgement. I mean a loose certificate, which is an acknowledgement or a jurat. Yeah.
So Kim, this is a question that you're going to answer. Amelia said, I purchased Notarized Like a Pro a while back, but can't find the training video. What email did it come from?
Oh, yes, this is good, Amelia. Thank you. So, when you purchase any of the courses, it's housed over at Notary Educators, but it's actually processed through Gumroad. So, just go back and find your Gumroad email, and your course is always there. You own it. So, just put in Gumroad, or you can put the name of the course in your search bar in your email. It'll pop up also, but just put in Gumroad.
Mm-hmm. So Doc DT said the post office lost it. I think he's talking about his embosser.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
So Dimitri said, did you all do it yourself for your LLC or did you all use services like LegalZoom?
I'll let Angela answer.
I did mine myself. I'm not paying anybody for something that takes me 10 minutes to do online and they're going to charge me $100.
Yep, learned that lesson. Business before,
Mm-hmm.
use LegalZoom because I didn't know anything. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it was expensive, way more expensive for all to do it myself.
Yeah.
Well, I did ink file, and the first year is free. The second year was 119, but I'm going to be doing it myself in 2023, thanks to Angela pushing and getting on my nerves.
I'm getting on your nerves. Did you say that?
You talk about it all day long, like I'm just getting ripped off because I
You
say
are
it.
getting ripped off. But anyway, Espresso Bruce says, thank you, ladies, so much. My go for information. I'll be starting soon. Very excited. You're welcome, Espresso. Congratulations on starting. Uh Tammy, we answered that question about adding the loose leaf. Notary down south, not the notary seal, asking about embosser. Angela Stuckey says, hi, ladies. If a document has two signers, but there's only one person standing before you, do you cross out the other person's name? Thanks. So it depends for me because if it's I do not notarize a document and leave it blank. I will always say that other block has to be crossed out. And I'll make a note in my journal that I only notarize for that particular person.
For me, it depends on the way it's written. So if it says, for example, Angela Johnson and Alexis was in front of me, but only Angela was there, I'm not going to say that I notarized for Alexis. I'll
Right.
draw a thin line through that.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you want to be very cautious of just altering documents. So that's why it really depends on the way it's written. It could be written several ways. It could be Angela has her own line and block,
Mm-hmm.
Alexis has her own line and block. Well, I'm not going to cross through Alexis's block that for the notary whenever she is before the notary because that's not even my business.
Right.
But like Angela said, I'm going to go back now and I'm going to stamp as close to Angela's name because she's the one that I notarized for.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to write it in my journal who I notarized for. If it's something like that, anything odd like that, you want to write it in your journal. Anything that's kind of different because you won't remember it when they call you and say, "Well, did you notarize for Alexis and Angela?" You'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
both names on the paper. I guess I did, but you
Right.
probably didn't. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
anything odd you want to write in your journal.
Mm-hmm.
Can we take a
And
few
I
minutes?
have done.
Oh, go ahead, Alexis.
I was gonna say I have done it one time where I was in that situation, and I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna use a loose certificate because on the loose certificate it states, um, it says like for in Georgia it says for, and then you write the person's name, so that way there's no confusion. I did it for this person. Whereas if you stamp the paper, you know, it could be confusion that I notarized both. But they were planning on getting the other person's signature notarized. They were in a different state, so I just used the loose certificate in that situation. So that way I can say specifically who I notarize.
So it's more than one way to do it, as you can tell. There's more than one way to do that. So really quick, Angela, for you guys, I am so excited to show you my new book. I told you about it a few weeks ago, but I actually got it in the mail. It is so cute. So this one is Start and Grow Your YouTube Channel. It's not that complicated. And this is for anyone that is thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I always say everyone has something to talk about. So this talks about my journey in starting my channel, worried about how I sounded, how I look, and also how you can grow your channel. If you already have a channel and it's not growing, I go through all the little secrets and tips that took me 6 to 8 months to learn. I put it in here for you. So it's a lot to learn when you start doing YouTube. So check out that book if you have a family member that's doing YouTube and they are not really doing, as successful as they like to be. They can check out the book. And then the orange book for notary, start in Georgia, start your notary business in Georgia. It's not that complicated. This one is orange. And then we got the regular gray one. And this is for all states, how to start and grow your business. It talks about regular general notary work, loan signing, a little bit of everything actually. And then last but not least, we already talked about the journal. And then Alexis was going to tell you guys about the upcoming classes that we have on the schedule now for August. And then Angela, and then I'll let you answer the rest of the questions so we can start
What
wrapping up.
about the other book?
What book is that, babe?
Your other book?
Oh, it's not out yet.
Oh, sorry.
Too much money. Go ahead.
All right. All right, guys. So the classes for this month are coming up.
She
So
crazy, y'all.
first, we have the Notary Basics training. That's on August 13th at 1 o'clock. You can't make that one. We also have another one August 20th at 1 o'clock. Both are 3 hours long, live via Zoom. You're with us, working with us. The Notary Basics, we're literally, just like Kimmi said, we got to change the name, but we're basically teaching you how to notarize, one, and then two, marketing tips and tricks, pricing, all those different things. So if you watch our live and you still have questions, that's a great class, especially if you're starting out. Bring your questions and you'll walk away. You'll walk away ready to go, literally after you get done with that class. Perfect for new notaries.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have our notary signing agent training. This month we only have one, and that's going to be on August 14th at 1 o'clock. With the notary signing agent, that's for somebody you already good at notarizing, right? You don't want to get that down first, and you're ready to become a notary loan signing agent. We're teaching you a lot of good things in there. Basically, the whole process of what that looks like from beginning to end and getting assignment, how to market yourself in that whole industry. And we're actually taking you through like a mock signing what that looks like from beginning to end, like getting something from signing companies, and then how to close it out. So a lot of good information with our live classes. So again, August 13th and August 20th for the notary basics training. Both are at 1 o'clock. And then notary signing agent training August 14th at 1.
Angela, and let me just, I forgot about the coaching corner really quick. And then I'll let you talk about the apostilles. So, guys, we are so pleased and excited to roll out a new product for you guys, or a new way of connecting or whatever. It's called the coaching corner. And with the coaching corner, that is going to be for someone who has done some training or taken some training somewhere with us or whoever, and you still just need your business looked over. You need an action plan for your business. You want us to look at your business cards, you want us to look at your Google page, your notary signing profile, whatever. You write down 3 to 5 things that you want to talk about. It could be a 30-minute session or a 60-minute session. This is all over at notaryeducatorsllc.com. And again, it's called the Coaching Corner, and it's all about your business. And again, we're not talking about coaching and mentoring and all that for the next 10 years of your life. We want you to come with a 3 to 5 things that you need to grow your business, or let us look at it if you're unsure, and we're going to give you an action plan of what to do to go implement it. Because the bottom line is nobody can implement and get your business started but you. But you may need some tips on how to get it going. Once you have your proper training, you have your supplies, we've talked about everything. Now you need a one-on-one session. You, me, you, Alexis, you or Angela, whatever. And now we're going to go through your business. What's the name of your business? Does it make sense? A lot of times we have these fancy names. They really don't make sense, but nobody going to tell you. And we're not going to tell you on Facebook, and we're not going to tell you on here. We're going to have a private session to talk about your business. Your business. What do you need to grow?
Mm-hmm. And so, just to add to what Kim mentioned, it's like we're gonna sit down, talk to you, and give you an action plan, give you some things, assess your business, give you some things to work on, and what you need to do in order to take it to the next level.
The coaching corner. It's on
Yeah, yeah.
notaryeducatorsllc.com. Yes,
Mhm.
Angela. I mean, Alexis.
That's what I was about to say because I see a couple comments. Everything, all the classes, all the live classes, apostille, no everything. NotaryEducatorsLC.com.
Mhm.
Everything is over there. Everything you need to know. So, Angela, if you want to talk about our apostilles, then I'm gonna be quiet and let you take out the rest of those questions.
So the apostille classes have been going great. I really appreciate everyone who's taken the classes and everyone who's taken it. I feel good because they say that it was simple and they really understand it. And so we also did a live the other day, and we had the question asked, can you do a split payment where you pay half now and pay half, for the class? So you ask and you shall receive, as the good word says. So I did not have a drink, you guys. It's them $20 tips. So now you can sign up for the apostille class and pay half up front, and then pay the other half 2 days before the course. You'll get a link just prompting you to make the final payment. And so the apostille training, it tells you everything you need to know how to be an apostille agent or facilitate an apostille. And we teach you how to do it in different scenarios, all states, in different countries that are Hague and non-Hague. So anything that has to do with apostille, we teach and we train you. And also, as I mentioned earlier, we don't just leave you out in the dark afterwards. If you need help with your first apostille, if you have questions, you can email me through the link or call me and say, I got this apostille. Can you help me walk me through it? And that we can accommodate that too. But you also have in the training, mock trainings for different types of apostilles. So we take you through everything with apostille, teaching you everything about it, how to do it, what documents you need with it, and everything. So so go over to notaryeducatorsllc.com and sign up for the class. The next class is August 20th at 2 o'clock.
And one other thing I forgot, all of the classes that we do offer private one-on-one lessons. The same information, but it does cost a few dollars more. So it just depends on what you want. If you want the classroom setting or private. So any of the classes that we talked about tonight, you can actually have a one-on-one, or we can do it in a classroom setting. And just the last thing I wanted to mention, Angela is offering that split pay on the apostille course. Unfortunately, it's not available on the other courses yet. we are researching to see how to make that happen, and that's thanks to one of our faithful members of Faith Group and one of our students asked, like Angela said, ask. If you don't ask, it's a definite no. So she was like, y'all need to get a payment plan over there. So Angela worked on it and got it set up last night. So I'm also working on it for the other classes, but right now we just don't have it. All right, Angela, you want to take us home with the rest of these questions?
So we got that. We got the espresso. Bruce says we got her. Oh, Tammy says if you're adding a loose certificate, do you count the loose certificate? We got that. We got that. Hi, ladies. If a document has two, oh, we got that. Sherelle, we got you, Sherelle. So the notary S. Bryant says, which app do you use notary in Michigan? I'm not sure what she's asking. Are you talking about Notary Gadget?
No, those apps are for every. Well, it's not an app.
Oh, are you talking about the app for the photos? Tell us in the chat which app you're talking about.
Yeah,
S. Bryant.
If you have not joined our Facebook group too, that's Notary Educators, completely free. We got a lot of stuff going on over here at Notary Educators, guys.
A top notary service. Yes, please add that so we can do that. I would love to do the take pictures for passport pictures. And so Honey says, who would print the passport pictures, the notary or the client? Kim?
In my case, I had to upload it to the file for the client.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to print it. That's a good question, though. They do have these little fancy, these little printers, though. Mm-hmm. And I don't have a printer. That's a scanner. So but in my case, I had to upload it. Mm-hmm.
So Danielle says, Kim, the app called Passport Booth removes the background for you. No need for white cardboard.
Oh, thank you. You guys heard it first, Danielle. Thank you. She said, get the Passport Booth app, and it removes removes the background for you.
So Honey says, yes, you can use the embosser with stamp in Florida. The stamp can be used alone. However, the embosser must accompany the stamp. Thanks for that clarification, Honey.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome, Amelia. And then he says that Honey said there's a state that has purple.
Yep.
S. Bryant says, question from Michigan. I'm ready to set up business full time. I would like to know if you can set up your own remote online notary with going through another vendor. Mm-hmm. That's a Kim.
You gotta go through a vendor.
Yeah.
You cannot just do remote online notary. You gotta have a carrier basically. So do your research on that. It's a whole bunch. Before you even start, S. Bryant, I have about 4 videos, 3 or 4 on remote online notary before you start investing a lot of money. I highly recommend you watch it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Watch them. Mm-hmm.
You're welcome, Nicole. Sandra says, did you all say there are 3 different stamps for jurat acknowledgements? So there are 2 stamps. It's either an acknowledgement or a jurat. There are only 2 stamps.
The third stamp we were talking about is your actual notary stamp.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Savila says, where do you find your Google business page link to share it? It's actually on your Google page. And this, Alexis, you may know it better than me. The statement says basically share your link or something.
If you on the manager profile side and not the search side, if you go under if you go under home, in the right corner it says share profile, and it'll pull up the link to your Google My Business page.
And then what I do just really quick is create like a little memo on your phone. You got like a little memo section. I pre-type a thank you message. Thank you for allowing None Better to service you, whatever. Thank you for your 5-star review, and then have the link already there. Copy and paste that message every single time.
So Audrey said, are you all going to show us how to do an LLC?
I have a video on it, Audrey. Just check out that video to see. So we won't be able to do a whole LLC with you here. But I do have a video on do you need it when you need it. So check that out, okay? And then Angela might decide to do something with that. That's maybe something Angela could do.
Deborah says, Kimmi, did you say there is e-filing offered by LegalZoom?
Not e-filing. Deborah, I was referring to setting up your LLC, and I used InkFile. And that was the first year they only charge you what your state fee is. So in my case in Georgia, it's $100. So I had to pay them the $100, and they gave it to Georgia. But the following year, if I still wanted to use them, that's when I had to pay that $119 to be my registered agent. And I'm going to be canceling that again in 2023. And I just did it for convenience.
Deborah, just go to your state Secretary of State website. It's so easy. Please try for 20 minutes or pay for it, but it's really easy to do. So Kenyatta said, is it necessary to become an LLC? That's like a business decision. Decide what type of how you want to structure your business. You can talk to your tax person to see what the benefits are and to see why it's beneficial if you want to do it.
Watch my video on business structure LLC. I have a whole playlist about business structure, EIN, LLC, and all that stuff. Alexis, were you saying something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say research it. Like type in
Mhm.
Google and research the different ways you can register your business, and
Mhm.
it'll tell you like the definition of each, and then you can kind of make your decision.
And to
I
make
just,
it simpler, either my build your business course or either my LLC video. I have
yeah,
both.
yeah. So Honey says, I don't know where to store a full journal. Is a bank safety deposit an option? That is an
Oh,
option. I never thought about it, but it is an option.
that costs money. I got all my journals just sitting right
Well,
here. I mean,
if they already have a safety deposit
if
box,
you already got one, yeah, but then
yeah,
you didn't want big enough because the one I had when I had a safe box, it was like a little slender
yeah.
one. I don't even know if it would have fit in there. That's a good
I,
idea though.
I
Or
have
buy
a,
one of those box safes from
yeah.
Walmart and stick it in there maybe.
Well, my file cabinet locked, so I just stick it in there.
Oh, that's brilliant. I should get one of
Mhm.
those.
So you have a lot of congratulations, Kimmy. I think they're talking about your
Oh, thank
book.
you guys.
And Daryl said he's going to need a signed copy.
I got you.
So Kenyatta said, do you publish your own books?
Hey, Kenyatta. So, no, I do not. Actually, I'm going to work on explaining the process for that, but I'll give you the short version. So, you write it up yourself, you upload it to Amazon, and they do the rest for you. So, it's even colored pictures. You can pick black and white, but of course, most people like color. But yeah, that might be. I thought about writing something on how to do that, but it's actually in color and everything. So, I mean, the paper is amazing, guys.
So
Amazon does an amazing job.
a top notary search is how much for the loan signing agent class, please? So the group training is 149 and the one-on-one is 179. And you can go to our website at notaryeducatorsllc.com. Alice Jeanette says, congratulations. How do you advertise on Google? Question I had from 2 weeks ago. So,
Oh, sorry, Alice. We missed you. I'm so sorry.
I'll let Alexis answer that about Google. Alice Jeanette wants to know, how do you advertise on Google?
It's somewhere on there. It says Google Ads. If
Mm-hmm.
you're on the search area now, because it's two different sides you can
It's
actually,
different.
you're gonna go to promote, and it will say advertise or ads or something of that nature, and you click
Mm-hmm.
that and follow the steps.
Yep.
So for Google Ads, Alice, you want to make sure that it's going to be worth it. Before you start paying for ads, let's maximize your own page before you start paying for ads. Because you don't want to be paying for ads and your Google page is not even where it should be marketed. Like if you're missing a whole lot of stuff, you might need a session with first my free videos. I have about 4. If that is not enough for you to get it maximized, you want to have a session with Alexis first so she can maximize it for you without paying for ads. If it's not ready, you don't want to pay for ads. Okay, next.
So Michelle says, I'm new. I miss some of the conversation. How do you sign up for the Zoom class? Go to notaryeducatorsllc.com and all the classes are on that webpage. Danielle says, congratulations on everything, Kimmy.
Thank you, guys.
Nubian Nubian says, I love and appreciate you, beautiful ladies. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Would you expedite the apostille here in Vegas? It can cost a lot to do that. So everything depends on the client, you guys, when it comes to apostille. And Star, you have to remember, you're going to ask the client when they need it. If they need it expedited, it's not coming out of your pocket. It's going to be, they're going to put the cost up front. So whatever it costs to expedite it, if they really need it, they're going to pay for the expedited documents.
All right, you don't eat that cost. They eat that
Yeah, they
cost.
eat that cost. Thanks, ladies. Are these courses accredited or recognized in all states? It's
So there
Brian.
is no accreditation needed to be a notary, guys. The
Mhm.
only accreditation you need is from your state saying you have your commission. The second one you must have is through the NNA for loan signing. You must have their background check and pass their test. That's it. All these other courses and trainers and this and that is going to come down to preference. So nobody has an accredited course that's needed to go out and stamp a paper. So the courses that we offer, there is no special credentialing that goes with it. You have the knowledge and the training that you need to go out and do your job. Your
Mhm.
state, once they give you the commission, that's it. They say, bye-bye,
Yeah.
congratulations. Raise your
Yeah.
hand. They don't
Yeah.
train you what to do. So
Mhm.
now that's where we come in and we're going to teach you how to do what they, I won't say they should do it because if they want to do it, they would. Most states don't offer any training. So there's no accreditation needed. You have the
Mhm.
knowledge that you need to go and do the job.
Yeah. So Stephanie Ann, you guys are so welcome. Stacy Ann says I found it easy to do from state. I did it. Good instructions, clear. Stacy Ann, are you talking about the Secretary of State?
She did a apostille with you.
I know who she is, but I'm trying to
But I
figure
said
out.
she must have had one. It sounds like
Hey,
she did
y'all.
She didn't put it in the chat.
Yes, Alexis.
I was gonna say I'm gonna jump off. I got a job outside.
Okay,
This
bet.
girl be
Bye.
working all times of the night.
I'll
Alexis,
see
All
y'all.
right.
don't play.
Bye,
Have a
Alexis.
good week.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Alexis.
Bye bye.
Deborah Ann said, thanks, Kim and Angela. You're
Bye.
welcome. Amelia says she found the class but no video. Topic Notary Basics A to Z Zoom meeting December 5th, 2021. So Amelia,
Oh, go to the website. Let me
yeah,
put it
go
in
to
the
the
chat.
website, notaryeducatorsllc.com.
That's from an old video.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The
Yeah.
old
Go to the
class.
website.
Yeah,
The
go to the website.
the updated classes are on the website.
Notary
Deborah,
Educators. Mhm.
go ahead, Kim.
No, I was just gonna say notaryeducatorsllc.com.
Deborah said she'll be definitely buying some of your books. Kenyatta said thanks. Angela, when are you going to write your book on apostille? Well, Sandra, it's funny you ask. It's actually almost complete, for real though. So it'll be out very soon. And thanks for asking. Alice Jeanette says thanks. S. Bryan says congratulations. There's a Facebook user.
Kimberly, she said she's so glad she found us and excited to start training. Hey,
Oh, I'm glad
Kimberly,
you
our
found us
pleasure.
too. You're
Our
welcome, Star. Danielle says, as always, thank you, ladies, for your time and all this valuable information. You're welcome, Danielle. We appreciate you guys.
And we're so proud of you, girl, because you were
Because
on
you
here
are really going.
and you were like, I'm not getting no jobs. And for you to tell us you did your sellers package, we read it in the Facebook group. We were rooting for you then, and we're rooting for
Yeah.
you now. And we're excited for you. All of you guys are doing some amazing things. And as
Yeah.
you can see, as you win, we all win.
Yeah, and
So
we're happy for everybody.
yes, everybody's doing amazing things. If you have not joined the Facebook group, Notary Educators, it is free.
Right. So Amia says MD require a typic license for loan signing. Maryland. Maryland
That
requires typic license for loan signing. Yes.
that is true.
Yep.
Maryland requires an additional certification. That is
Yep.
correct.
And Stacy Ann Roberts said yes for LLC. So yes, she was saying it's easy. Just go to the state website.
All right, we're gonna talk to Angela about that. Keep going.
Dimitri says, will your loan signing course help prepare me for taking the NNA loan signing agent outside? I would say yes.
Outside. What does she mean?
I think she means the NNA loan signing exam.
Oh yeah, it will. But the
Yeah.
book, yeah, it will. And it's so funny you asked that really quick because I used to say you couldn't take our course until you did the NNA, but then we found that people that took the course passed the NNA. So
Yeah.
it's not a
And they-
requirement anymore. Whatever you want to do, we'll do it.
Yeah, and they say that the people have said that it's easy. That the course is NNA course is easy after they took the test.
Yeah.
After the training.
Mhm.
So Aunt Stacy Ann says no apostille yet, working on it. Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
she's talking about the LLC.
Okay.
She didn't mean to put Dimitri didn't mean to put the outside on that part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Stacy Ann said, you all are so fun and encouraging. Thanks for keeping us safe. Oh, Stacy Ann, you're welcome. We love you guys.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah, I really appreciate meeting you in person too. And Tammy says, thank you for being kind when answering questions. Oh, Tammy, there's no other way.
Oh yeah, we got you. Unless Tammy now we become like that, and then you start asking questions, we have to.
Then we gonna just jump on you when we come, so Tammy, you in now, so don't be, we gonna do the Sharia and the Marcel on you now.
Yes. Okay, let's get Wanda Gilmore and then we out.
To secure my business, I guess I need to file my LLC with my states.
I know for sure once you register that name, then your next step would be that LLC. Because if you don't confirm it, then they're gonna give the name to somebody else. So you have to make a move. In Georgia, it's 30 days, Angela.
Yes, 30 days. After 30 days, they wash it out.
Right. So once you reserve the name, I want None Better Mobile Notary. Now I got 30 days to actually make it an LLC or whatever I'm gonna do with it, and then unless somebody else can come in, and then someone else can come and get it from me.
Right, but they'll hold
guys.
Well, they got Oh, Kenyatta just says thank you for all you do. Can't wait for the next meetup. I missed the last one.
Oh yeah, we're working on something. We're
You
thinking for
guys
the
are
fall.
welcome. We
Yep.
are working on something.
Well,
Thank you,
guys,
Kimmi.
yes, thank you all so much for joining us tonight on Monday, Notary Monday Night Mentors. Check out everything we have at Notary Educators LLC. It's our pleasure to be a part of your journey, and thank you for riding with us. Angela, you want to take us out?
And this has been like so much fun for me tonight. It has been amazing. Thank you guys for being with us. We just really love Monday Night Mentors and helping you guys answer your questions. So be great this week. And we look forward to seeing you again. And you can also
Yes,
put your questions in the Facebook.
yes. Put your questions and your success over in Facebook. People are winning in Notary Educators, guys.
Yeah.
Until next time, good
Bye.
night.
Thank you guys.
Bye.